wait.
Apparently that's supposed to be
I
haunted.
do believe in demons. I forgot. Well,
Tell me about it.
I got visited by this sleep paralysis guy.
Welcome to Spooky Fun Time, a show where comedians face their fears. Now, here's your host, Brent Reed.
Welcome to Spooky Fun Time, a brand new podcast where comedians face their fears. I'm Brent Reed with my host, Brent and LeMaire, who is doing something. I don't remember where he went, but he'll be back. I'm Brent. I'm so excited to have my guest today. You may have seen him on his podcast, Panties in the Mouth. He hosts the game show, Hilariously Bad Opinions. You may also recognize him from his work on Gillian Keeves and as a regular guest on Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast. Give it up for the very funny LeMaire Lee. Woo!
Whoa.
What's up, brother?
Thank you, Brent. Thank you, Brandon.
Dude, thank you for doing this. Thank
Yeah.
you for doing this.
Sorry, I'm spilling weed all over
you're
the chair.
fine. You got your grinder going.
Yeah, grinder.
I'm checking my grinder messages. We're doing it. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, no problem, dude.
Let's get right into it. So, do you like scary movies?
Not really.
No, you don't fuck with them.
Not really.
Did you have one that?
It's not because of. It's just like I don't like the way scary movies are made.
Yeah, they're very formulaic.
They're very and they're also always people. I don't know. The ones people hype up are ones that are actually shitty, but they have cool things in them.
Yeah,
you know. And I don't.
You're right.
I don't like actually shitty things. You know?
I think that's a good observation. I think those of us that really like horror movies, we all appreciate a bad movie.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, well, you go into it knowing the acting's going to be kind of bad just to see that super cool kill or whatever. That's a very good observation. So they don't scare you?
No. I'll get jump scared, but that's by design.
Yeah,
you know?
that's by design. And those are cheap.
Yeah.
I saw a comic. I don't know what his name was. I think I saw a reel where he said he was talking about jump scares. He's like, that's like if I got off stage right now and started tickling you guys.
Yeah.
He's like, technically, I'm making you laugh, but I'm cheating.
Yeah.
It's very funny.
Jump scare is a cheat.
Yeah.
But there are some. I like the ones. If I saw one called One Shot of the Dead. It was on Shudder. And it was it was a Japanese movie.
Yeah.
But they were shooting a movie during the zombie apocalypse. So while they're shooting the movie, the zombie apocalypse are happening, but it's one shot. So it's one shot of them that happen, and then they show the movie at the end of that.
Okay.
And that was cool. I like that.
That does sound cool. So you like it if it's if it's kind of artsy or whatever?
If it's just if horror is the medium for a new idea, yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Did you like them did you ever like them as a kid or anything? Did you watch any growing up that fucked you up?
No. I'm not afraid of Jason, I don't think they fucked me up. My parents just wouldn't let me watch them really, and I was like, all right, I guess. But I think they were worried about me acting like Jason.
Yeah. They didn't want you to put a ski mask on and start killing animals and shit?
Yeah. Oh, well. They didn't have to put a ski mask on to kill animals.
That's a good point. What year were you born and where'd you grow up?
1990 in Detroit, Michigan.
Detroit. Okay.
Yeah.
Where was that? Detroit's kind of scary, huh?
Yeah. See, I don't need scary movies.
Yeah. You were scared of real life.
Yeah.
Have you ever been held at gunpoint or thought you were going to die?
I don't think I've ever been held at gunpoint. I know how to. I got really good danger senses.
Okay.
So when something starts to go down, I'll am scary.
Yeah. Heard. So you usually see it coming and get out of there before it happens.
Yeah. And I wouldn't walk around strange neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Either.
Was there ever a time that you left somewhere and then something real bad happened right afterwards?
Oh. What do you mean?
Well, you just said you usually am cray, so I was curious if you were at a party and you're like, you know what, this is kind of off. I'm gonna leave, and then
I just started partying.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was big Christian guy.
Big Christian guy?
Yeah, from all of high school, some of college.
Are you still religious at all?
Yeah.
Okay. What?
Gotta get a prayer every night, you know.
Yeah. What?
Big up to my man Jesus.
What? What flavor? What denomination?
Non-denominational.
Oh, heard.
Yeah, vanilla.
Gotcha, vanilla. Well,
Yeah.
that one's like the one. So was it like a big church with like guitars and shit?
Well, it was a church with guitar. I was out in. By the time I was in like Pennsylvania, like Central PA, and it was the guitar church guys. But we had like there was a youth group I would go to called the Parksburg Point, and our guy, the youth pastor, would always like take us and stuff. He was another black guy. He was from New York. He's cool. His name's Dwayne Walton. He's actually pretty cool. He was kind of the guy who like I saw him on stage performing, and I was like, I want to do that, but I don't want to.
I want to do that, but different.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, that's cool. So he was like super charismatic, probably funny.
Yeah, he said it was so funny to me. He said it was funny because all right, he said, Jesus Christ is the funniest Jew since, or the strongest Jew since Bill Goldberg.
Yo.
And I was like, yo.
I never thought about Goldberg
Bars.
being Jewish, but that is a very
He's so
Jewish.
Jewish.
Well, he has no hair.
No.
Just a big ball.
William Scott Goldberg. Come on, man.
Yo, you're right. I'm dumb.
I've never met a Jewish person out of Oklahoma, though.
I never met a Jewish person until I was in my 20s.
Really? Where are you from?
I'm from a very small town in Alabama.
Oh.
Like 1,200 people.
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't meet my first Asian or Jewish person till college. Outside, well, you know, we did have like a couple of Chinese restaurants, but I didn't see them in the wild.
That doesn't count. No. Yeah, for some reason, like Asian people who own Chinese restaurants don't hang out in the wild. They just like work. They just work.
That's true. Okay, so you're religious. Are you scared of like demons and shit in the dark?
I'm not scared of demons, no.
Okay.
But yeah, that sounds a little, I don't know.
Well,
I am afraid of getting afflicted by a demon, like annoyed by one, you know?
Right. I was raised Baptist.
Yeah.
And I'm not religious really anymore, but I found that when I stopped, believing that the dark and stuff got less scary. Like I was scared at night and stuff because I thought they were like demons and shit. And then when I became not religious, I was like, oh, and then everything got slightly less scary.
How religious were you, dude?
I went back and forth. Like at one point, I was very involved in my youth group and stuff, and I was like dating a girl from the youth group.
But youth group rules.
Youth group does rule.
People don't
we
know
went on
about
cool
youth
trips
group,
and shit.
Cool trips. You get to play basketball. You just got to sit through Jesus talk for 30 minutes.
Yeah, and then you get to play basketball.
They give
and
you
hang
so
with
much
the boys.
food. You get to skate.
Yeah, especially Baptist. We had a lot of good food.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, this one girl that I went to, I remember her mom was like the best cook.
Yeah.
She made they had a farm, and she made some strawberry jelly one time.
From the farm?
Yeah, from the strawberries. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It was very good. Okay, so horror movies. So will you well, you don't like horror movies, but have you ever watched like an Exorcist or a Conjuring or something?
Yeah, I'll watch them.
Demon Possession?
Yeah, I'll watch it. Oh, I remember the first movie. It was called The Uninvited. I don't remember.
Okay, I don't know if I know that.
It was like in 2009. It was kind of psychological. I can't remember. It was something about a house. I don't know.
Uninvited?
Yeah.
Now, is that the one? I remember one where the kids were sick.
It.
Oh, that's it?
Who's that lady with the big cheeks? It's not Elizabeth Banks.
Oh.
Emily Browning. That is the
Emily
lady.
Browning.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Banks is in that one too?
Yeah.
She's great. Have you ever seen the movie Slither?
I know it. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, she's in that.
Is that the one with the monster? That's the James Gunn flick.
Yes, it's James Gunn. Yeah. Michael Rooker is the monster.
Yeah.
And Nathan Fillion is the lead protagonist. And then the damsel is Elizabeth Banks. And it's like based in a small redneck town. I just rewatched it recently. They nailed the redneck town. At one point, the mayor or whatever of the town at one point says, you ain't got no Dr. Pepper? That's the only Coke I drink. Because like we call everything, down there we call everything Coke.
Yeah.
I loved it. I was like, oh, this is good.
Yeah. You ain't got no Dr. Pepper?
That's the only Coke I drink. Do you believe in ghosts?
No. There's no black ghosts. So I can't believe in ghosts. I've never seen a Chinese ghost. I've only seen white ghosts.
It's only like little white girls.
Yeah, ghosts aren't real.
That's how I feel. I've been to places that were supposed to be haunted and just never and I'm open to it. I feel like I wish that ghosts were real. I think it would make life more exciting. But also, I talked to Maverick McWilliams right before this, and he believed in ghosts. It's very interesting to talk to people who believe in ghosts. And they always have like a weird, creepy story. At some point, I'm going to talk to one of the door guys at Sunset Strip Comedy Club. Oh, wait. Apparently, that's supposed to be haunted.
I do believe in demons. I forgot. Well, Tell me about it. I got visited by this sleep paralysis guy.
Really? That's one of the questions that I ask sometimes is like nightmares, sleep paralysis. So you had a sleep paralysis demon? I've had people on that had sleep paralysis, didn't see a demon. So you had somebody sitting on your fucking chest or bed or something?
No, I saw him coming at me. I was sleeping on my grandma's couch for the second year in a row. And and then I was like, she has this thing, like a walkway with like a molding on the side. And I was like laying there, arms across the thing. And I was like, all right, I think I got to go pee. And I was like, all right, this is weird.
I can't move.
Why the fuck can't I move? And I looked up.
That little shimmy is hilarious.
I was like, all right. It's how you get off a couch. You gotta
you gotta shimmy.
Yeah, you gotta shimmy off the couch. I was like, I can't. And then I was like, all right, something's happening. So I was looking around. I was like, I'm fucking dead. Why can't I move? And I see this thing. It's like crawling. You ever see the movie It? Like the new one when he comes out of the fridge?
Yeah, and he's like body
twists around. Yeah, that's what it looked like. But it had a crescent. It's like had a crescent at the smile, and then just went all the way around. And I was like, I'm fucking dead. I'm fucking dead.
Oh
and
my god.
Yeah.
So then, did you pray? Did you just wake up?
No, I just woke up. I was like, if he's gonna take me, he's gonna take me.
Yo. Now,
I tried to fight a little, but then I was like, I can't move. What am I gonna do?
Do you think that boy was real?
The demon?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like, do you think that it was just a nightmare where you were halfway in between asleep and awake, or do you think you really saw it?
Oh, no. I've been smoking weed a long time. I don't dream.
Oh, yeah, dude. I talked about that. I told Brian about that. I had a buddy. So weed suppresses whatever. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Hell yeah. Let's go. We're partying.
Hell yeah. All right. I might get weird, but
it's okay. Weed suppresses. It's a bad roll, too. I'm sorry.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
So I had a buddy in college who quit weed, and the floodgates fucking open.
Yeah.
And he was having crazy sleep paralysis and nightmares and shit.
You get crazy dreams. I get nightmares when I don't smoke. It's kind of crazy.
Does YouTube or anybody give a shit about smoking weed on the...
Probably
no, you're fine because you guys are just smoking Delta 8 THC anyway.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
gotcha.
And after the first 10 minutes, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're not going to...
Yeah.
And we're 12 minutes in, baby.
Hell yeah, we're right on it.
Perfect timing.
Well, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you...
I'm sorry, brother.
Are you afraid of... Let's see. Are you superstitious? Splitting poles and shit?
Yeah, but that's girl shit. It's only because of the girls. Like it's only I'm only superstitious when I'm around girls.
Right? Jay Legend and Brian Simpson both said they had the thing where growing up, if you hit like your grandma's feet with like a mop or a broom, that they would spit at your feet. Have you ever had that? Have you ever heard that? I thought it was okay.
I would never mop or broom my grandma's feet.
She might spit. You don't know.
Yeah, that sounds like some island shit.
So, would you fuck with a Ouija board?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to. I might not believe in it, like for sure.
But it's just not.
I don't want to invite them in.
It.
Yeah,
that's fair. Yeah. What if a black cat crossed your path? Do you give a shit?
Nah. I'm like, oh fuck.
Spill salt, you throw it over your shoulder.
Yeah, I gotta throw it over my shoulder.
You do it every time?
Because I'm like, I don't need any more worse luck.
Yeah, so it's like one of those things where you don't know if you believe in it or not, but you're not gonna chance it, so you just do it anyway.
Yeah.
I think that's a lot of okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I just don't want to chance it.
What are you afraid of? Does anything scare you in real life, like the dark, or heights, or needles, or spiders, or bears?
I don't know. I don't know. All right. There's a difference between like afraid and then not tempting fate. Like, you know, like,
yeah, like Maverick earlier was saying he's not afraid of snakes, but he don't fuck with snakes.
Yeah. I'm not like, I wouldn't go looking for a snake. If I saw one, I'd be like, all right, go back.
Yeah, go back
Let
this
me go
way.
back this way.
Okay.
Cross the street or something.
You're fine with heights?
As long as I don't got to jump off them, yeah, mostly.
Yeah.
I can get to a certain height. Yeah. I'm pretty good now. Yeah.
Good. Oh, you're fine.
I thought I was afraid of planes, but then I got on one and I was like, nah,
this is fun.
It's just a sky bus. Yeah.
Yeah. It is a sky bus. How old were you when you first flew?
30.
30. How old are you now?
33.
33. Okay. We're pretty close. I'm 31. That's fun. Okay. Well, cool. I you know what? I've never been afraid to physically fly. I just hate booking flights and navigating the airport. Like that shit scares me more than
that's annoying.
Like that I'm gonna fuck up and miss my flight. That scares me more than actually being in the air.
I want to learn how to fly. Just like actually fly.
Yeah.
Not like a plane, but like fly. Like a bird.
I want to learn how to double jump like in a video game.
I want to soar.
I remember seeing this kid that I was hanging out with when I was like, I just randomly remembered this. I was probably in 4th grade. I remember this kid jumping weird. I was like, what are you doing? He was like, I'm practicing my double jump.
Yeah.
You know, every video game has a double. Oh, do you like, you play video games?
I did a Yoshi jump once in real life.
Where he wiggles his legs?
Yeah, he got some more air. I did it once. Could never do it again.
Do you ever play survival horror games? Do you ever do a Resident Evil or?
I hate Resident Evil.
I love Resident Evil.
I don't know why I do know why I hate it. Because the story's not that good. There's too many characters, and it used to suck to play.
It used to suck to play. It's gotten a lot better.
Yeah.
But the fixed camera angles were tough on the first one.
The cameras.
Or was that more Silent Hill? They both had
fixed camera. Yeah. Silent Hill had like security. Well, they both had like security.
Yeah.
I was thinking I played Resident Evil. I tried it, and I don't like it. It just isn't for me.
Yeah.
Like
I like all the puzzles and shit, and it's genuinely, I like the remake of Resident Evil 2 where you're in the police station and that guy is just constantly, he can, like if you make a gunshot, you know that he heard you and he's coming.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
The fucking suspense is nice, but like, I don't know. I played what's survival? I played the Dragon Ball Z Breakers.
Okay.
That was pretty fun.
Okay. Have you ever played Until Dawn?
No.
That's like one that's almost like playing through a movie.
Yeah.
It's got Hayden Panettiere and Rami Malek in it. It's one of my favorite video games.
I remember hearing a lot about this game.
So there are 8 kids in a cabin, basically, and you, chapter to chapter, you play as a different kid, and your decisions decide who lives and who dies.
Yeah.
There's also like exploration and like some quick time presses. And
so Scary Heavy Rain.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Scary Heavy Rain, that's a very good comparison.
And I got to be honest. I played Heavy Rain. I beat it twice.
Yeah.
I loved what he was. Jason! Sean!
Yeah.
Screaming for his boys.
That one was cool. Did you play, that same company did Beyond, I think.
Beyond
Becoming Human.
Or Becoming Human.
Or Become
Beyond.
I think it's both of those. I think it has like a subtitle.
Isn't there like
something.
Detroit something?
Yeah, Detroit Becoming Human. That's the name of it.
Becoming Human, and Beyond is Two Souls?
Yes, with, Beyond Two Souls.
Ellie.
I never played.
Yes. Elliot.
Yes. I never played Two Souls.
Yeah.
I did play Detroit Becoming Human and like that one a lot. I love a decision-based.
Yeah, but Detroit had actual like gameplay in it too, though. Like,
and so does Until Dawn. Like there's like some shooting a little bit, but it's all like pretty holding your hand through it, like quick time. Like you're climbing a wall, you just got to press the right button, and you get to pick in Until Dawn like left or right. Do you want to go the fast path? Or do you want to go the normal path?
The QTE era of gaming was brutal.
Yes. Until Dawn has a mechanic where you can't move. You know how the PS4 had the light on the beginning of the, so you couldn't move the controller
if the light was off.
So it would have the light and it would show. So it would show a line, and if you moved the light, it would go outside of the lines. So you had to keep it in those lines and not move the controller while you're hiding.
Yeah.
But I figured out you could just set that shit down on your coffee table when you knew it was happening and not touch it, and then you wouldn't. Because I lost, like, I died, and I made it all the way through without anybody dying.
Because you're actually shaking. You're like,
yeah, exactly. I made it all the way through, and I felt like I didn't move it, but I fucking moved it and got my head chopped off by a goddamn Wendigo.
A who? A Wendigo?
Yeah, the bat. Well, that's kind of a spoiler for that game.
It's okay,
but
dude. Until Dawn 2 comes out this year.
Yeah, you're right. Wendigos end up being the monster for that movie. It's like these 2 sisters die at the beginning of the game, and if you commit cannibal, it was on an Indian like
burial ground,
kind of like an Indian reservation or old Indian property where they built this house on a mountain in the woods, and this girl these two girls like fall. They're running from Wendigos. They fall along fall. One of them dies and the other one lives. And you find out by finding clues. And by the end of the game, you figure out one sister ate the other sister and became a Wendigo.
The alive one ate the dead one?
Yes.
She needed to.
Yeah, she needed to. But she did survive, but she became a monster.
Yeah.
And then at the end, but there's a bunch of them because it's like 3 different games in one.
She gave birth?
No. Oh, no, there were other ones on. So there was like also an old mine, and all these miners died down in this mine, and half of them ate the other half, or like some of them ate the other ones, and they all turn into Wendigos.
So when you eat people meat, you turn into a Wendigo.
If you do it on Indian
burial grounds,
sacred ground or whatever.
Man, whatever happened to that trope in movies? The sacred Indian burial ground?
Yeah, Pet Cemetery.
Yeah.
Do you know, there was a roast I didn't use. Do you know Heath Cortis?
Yeah.
So we did a roast battle, and there was a roast that I didn't use that was like, Heath, people ask me like about Heath's condition. I say that it's like he died when he was 12, but buried on an ancient Indian burial ground.
That's funny.
Yeah, but he's my buddy. I love him.
That's a good joke.
But yeah, thank you. Yeah, the ancient Indian burial ground. Don't go down that road.
No, don't go down that road. Yeah, don't go down there.
Yeah, that was a great one. Let's see. I think I already asked this. If you had a near-death experience, you said you had never been held at gunpoint.
No, I don't know if I was in a really bad car. It wasn't bad, but I don't know. I didn't. By bad, when I say it wasn't bad, I mean I didn't die or like get hurt or anything crazy, but it was like I was driving home in Lancaster. It was like 1 a.m, and this guy T-boned me through a stop sign. I spun around like 3 times. They had like 4 cars. My car was totaled, and I just had like a scar on my eye. It was like cool.
Yo, you look like no scar anymore though.
No, it's gone. I fucking miss it though.
Damn, you were a supervillain there for a little bit.
It was my cool anime scar. It was my evil tail. I was like, it hurts.
Have you ever watched any scary anime like Parasite or anything? Have you ever seen that one where his hand is a?
Yeah, I
guess Demon Slayer is a little creepy.
Demon Slayer, the one with the guy and his sister.
Yeah.
That's a girl one. I don't watch that.
It's so funny that there's girl anime now. Girls love anime.
There is girls, and there are like My Hero Academia is a girl anime, but it's fucking cool.
I like that one. I like superheroes a lot.
Yes, yeah, dude. You know about the new season? Trailer for a new season?
Yes,
it's coming up. It's going to be hype, dude.
Yeah, my favorite character is Shinzo, the dude that can control people by telling them what to do.
Yeah,
or he just asks them a question, and then if they answer
influence.
He's
the new guy. He just joined the good guys.
Yes. Yeah. And he's trained by Eraserhead and has like the scarf and shit.
Eraserhead, who is a lot like him.
Yes. Yeah, very similar because his power shouldn't have been useful, but that he makes it
useful. Yeah.
Yeah. So cool.
I can't remember my guy.
Yeah, I like
Hawks. I love Hawks.
Hawks is cool.
Hawks rules.
Number 2 hero, very fast. Is he the fastest?
Yeah, he is the fastest. I also kind of I thought I hate Jeans Man, but Jeans Man is winning me over too.
Yeah, Jeans Man is cool. The creativity behind the superpowers, like even the guy with super speed, it's not just speed, he has engines in his legs.
Yeah.
You know, I love that. And the guy, they don't leave it at just like, oh, he can make explosions with his hands. It's like, oh, his sweat is nitroglycerin.
Yeah. Yeah, they go deep in it. You ever watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
I never have.
Well, brother. If you love power puzzles, like you have to figure out your enemy's power to beat them. Yeah. That's literally all JoJo's is.
I've also never heard power puzzle before. That makes so much sense. That's probably a trope in anime.
Yeah. Start at Diamond is Unbreakable when you start at JoJo's.
Okay.
Don't watch the first 2 seasons. It'll all catch you up in the history. Just know there's a main bad guy named Dio who created all of it. Because the first 2 seasons of JoJo's are very different than like the next iterations.
Yeah, okay.
And they sort of change it like every year. They're basically following a family called the Joestar line of family.
Oh, I see. So it's a whole new group of characters every season?
Usually.
Neat.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll check it out. Yeah, I've heard a lot about it. That's just one that's been on my list.
It's also very flamboyant.
Is that for good or for worse?
It depends on how you feel. Like at first, it did push me away from the show. I was like, why is he fucking And then I started watching it, and I was like, this guy deserves that pose.
Why is he
Yeah.
That's so fun. I do like a flamboyant character
Yeah.
in anime.
Yeah.
It's fun. I remember in Gundam, I don't remember which Gundam it was, but I remember the guy that had like a rose, his Gundam had a rose whip, and he was very flamboyant.
That was a Shining Finger Gundam. That was SD, not SD. It was the one with the shining finger.
I think we're gonna be friends. Did we just become best friends?
Yep.
Yeah, I like the rose guy, and he was very flamboyant. Yeah.
Didn't he have the thing too?
Yeah.
Yeah, cape.
Yeah, the cape. Yeah, he was. Yeah, the side cape.
Side cape rips.
Yeah, side cape does rip. So yeah, very stylish.
Yeah. Dude, I have a couple capes. I have 2 capes.
You got 2 capes?
I have a cow, which is a black one with no, Batman has a cow. There's cape, a cow, and
cow is like hood connected to the cow.
And
connected to the cape.
There's another type that begins with a C too. I can't remember. Cape, cow, and
cloak.
Cloak. I got a cloak and I got a cape.
I got a cloak and a cape.
Yeah.
I got a Batman cape from a Batman costume.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
And then I've got a cloak from. It was actually like a Jedi cloak.
Yeah.
One of my best friends, his name's Chase. When he got married, he was like my nerd friend. We met in college, and then we'd go to Dragon Con in Atlanta every year. I think I talked to you about that.
Dude.
But when he had his kid, I think the first kid, he had a gender reveal party, and we choreographed a lightsaber fight.
Yeah.
And I think I was, so it was me and a girl. And I was blue. I had a blue lightsaber. She had a red one, and we did we choreographed a fight. And it had a misdirect where she took me out, and then everybody thought, "Oh shit, they're having a girl." And then I get back out, like I kip up behind her and stab her in the back.
Let's go.
Yeah. So I still have that Jedi cloak.
Yeah.
Which is a nice memory.
That counts, dude.
I forgot about that.
That's a good memory.
Choreographing a Star Wars fight.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. Let's see. Were there any urban legends or anything growing up? Do you remember any scary stories? Or just maybe a time in your life where you felt fear?
Well, I don't know. I'm a coward.
Yeah, so a lot.
Yeah, a lot. It's very.
Is it mostly social anxiety?
I don't really I do get nervous around people, but then when I get around a bunch of people, I start to act out.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, are you more comfortable around comics than normal people?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't seem socially awkward when we see each other here and stuff.
No, because out here it's fun.
Yeah.
Everybody,
And everybody's, I think Jerry Seinfeld says when you meet a comedian, you already have 1,000 things in common with that person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you scared of anything existentially? I have some examples here somewhere.
Not being successful.
Not being successful?
Yeah.
Are you afraid of, being alone or anything?
I was afraid of being alone, a long time ago. But now, I think if that's my fate, that's my fate.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I'll just make my lonely life as least lonely as possible.
So, the success thing is interesting. I think I have that too. Moving out here was scary.
Very scary.
Because it felt like.
When did you move out here?
Just a year ago, March 5th, almost
dude,
a year and a month ago.
Yeah, you're old news though.
Yeah, I know. I'm already an old man in the Austin comedy scene. Yeah, it's scary because I guess it's all the unknown and stuff. It's just maybe I'll make it or be able to do comedy full time.
Or it's maybe I made a huge fucking mistake.
Maybe I made a huge fucking mistake. I should have just worked for my dad, worked construction somewhere. I got a job working at where my uncle works. And, and stayed at home and had a family
wife,
and stuff. Had the white picket fence.
Man,
it's scary to take a chance.
It's also weird that I don't think it's weird, but I don't know. I don't know. All right, I'll say it. There's there's people with families who do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yeah. There's people with families who get successful at this. And I don't know how they did that.
I feel like most of them, it happens afterward, right? Or like maybe they had a lady but then didn't have kids till.
Oh, do you mean like getting like a baby during comedy?
Yes.
Yeah. I also feel like it kind of helps some people.
Material wise?
Yeah, material wise, inspiration wise.
Yeah. And then you also have that thing. It's like, well, if I'm unsuccessful, it also affects this person.
Yeah.
Like I got to make money to put food on the table and feed my kid.
Yeah, my child.
Yeah. That's a pretty wild thought. So
if I'm not funny, my boy will starve.
Yeah, I don't have that. I was like, I'm not funny. I'm just gonna go home sad.
Yeah, I'm just gonna cry.
Where did you start comedy? Did you start in Philly?
In Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Central Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. In Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Now, and then you moved from there to Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Now, was that move scary? Was that like taking a chance?
It was. It wasn't scary because my family was pretty my family was 2 hours away. So look, if I fucked up, I could just go back.
So it wasn't okay.
Yeah.
Does this move from Philly to Austin feel scarier?
Yeah, dude, it scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do.
But you knew you were gonna have like a life and stuff here, right? Like already.
Yeah, yeah. I knew I'd be okay, but I didn't I just have to make good.
Yeah,
you know?
Right. You got to, because otherwise, you're right. You got to work hard while you're here and make good.
Yeah.
That's so, we're the same. That's exactly. You just want to do as much as you can do.
Yeah.
And anytime I'm not doing comedy, there was a time up top, I've quit some jobs since I've been here in a year because it's like, well, I'm having to turn down stand-up gigs. I didn't move here to work.
Yeah.
Wherever for Amazon.
Yeah.
Or wherever. I moved here to work or to do comedy.
Yeah.
So when it's like you turn down stuff, it's like, oh shit, I'm doing it wrong. I'm scared. Yeah. You start to feel that fear
just
again.
Fucking the anxiety.
Yeah. Oof. The anxiety. And then also moving here, it's like when I first moved here, having the feeling that I need to crush every time.
Yeah.
No one here knows who I am. I got to show my ass every single time. I'm just now getting to the point where I'm comfortable trying more new and just knowing that if I do bomb, most people here, I'm starting to form friendships and stuff. Most of them know. I was like, okay, Brent's funny. He just bombed.
I feel like,
and that's fine.
That's I don't know. I like doing new jokes, It's so much more fun.
Yeah, because if you do all old shit and you bomb anyway, you're gonna hate yourself.
Yeah.
You're like, well, I should have just done new stuff. I was gonna eat shit anyway.
Yeah, and then when you're new out here, you're like, all right, I'm doing all my good jokes, and then you do all your good jokes in a week, and you're like, I'm bored.
Yeah,
yeah.
There's no thrill anymore. Yeah, doing new jokes is exciting.
Yeah. And then everyone figures out your jokes, and you're like, all right, how do I keep killing?
Yeah. How do I get out of this and having killed? Yeah, I love your that Roomba bit you've been doing. It's great.
Thank you, dude.
It's so good.
Thank you.
Okay, scares you existentially. Does anything scare you about LeMaire?
What do you mean?
About you? Does anything... Do you ever do so? Because sometimes, I've talked about this on several episodes, but I'm always scared that I'm going insane or that I'm gonna go crazy or something. And it does I don't know. I don't even know how I would answer that question. Honestly, it's a tough one.
No, I don't want to go crazy.
Yeah,
that is. I always feel like I have cancer.
Ooh.
I should just go to the doctors, but I don't like the doctors.
Yeah, well, it's also we're comics. We don't really have insurance.
Yeah. Yeah, but go to the doctors and be like, that's $1 million.
Yeah, that'll be $1 million.
Just kill
please.
me, please.
Yeah.
Just kill me now.
Just put me down like a horse, like an old race horse.
Just take every part. Take all the parts.
Oh, are you an organ donor?
No, not anymore.
I am. I
Yeah.
just take all. Yeah, they're gonna just. They have that room, I guess rumor, or there's a myth that they'll try less hard to keep you alive if you're an organ donor. I don't think that's true.
Unless a rich guy needs a heart.
Yeah. Ooh. Have you ever seen the movie The Island? It had a Michael Clark Duncan in it.
No.
He dies in the first. So The Island,
Is that that's Hellboy? No, that's not Hellboy.
No.
Ron Perlman.
Yeah, no Ron Perlman. It's from Star Wars. It's young Ben Kenobi.
Oh, okay. I know who you're talking about.
Ewan McGregor. Is that how you pronounce his name? Ewan?
Ewan, I think you're right.
McGregor.
Yeah,
And
Ewan
Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, and so it starts off like a futuristic movie where everybody lives underground now. There was like a nuclear bomb or some kind of gas or something. Nobody can go outside now. Well, every once in a while, there is one safe place, they say. It's called the Island. And there's like a lottery for all these people that live underground. And if your name gets pulled or whatever, you get to go to the island, which is like a paradise, and you get to live there forever. Until then, you're underground. Everybody works, like you have like a job. And every time there's a new person comes through, they have to, because of the gas or whatever they say they found them outside, and they have to relearn them. Like they're basically a child, and they have to teach them how to talk and do things again. They learn pretty quick. Well, the twist is Ewan like escapes kind of and like comes up from underground in this hospital and sees Michael Clark Duncan get killed. He's the clone of a football player in real life who needed like a heart or like a lung or something. They take it from Michael Clark Duncan and give it to the football player and kill Michael Clark Duncan. That was the island. Yeah. So him being randomly pulled was actually him being harvested. It's basically this super expensive insurance for rich people. Yeah. And every time they need a body part, they need an arm, they just take it from, they just harvest it from their clone.
Totally exists.
And they lie to the clones and make them think they're living in this post-apocalyptic utopia.
Yeah.
But really, they're just being.
What do they make them work on? Just like slave shit?
I don't remember. I remember there's like a assembly line situation.
Underground?
Yeah, underground.
So funny, you're just doing footballs.
Yeah, I don't remember what they were working on. I just remember that they did have a job and he had to like work.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember his clone, he's the clone of an author, and they find him. He's like an Australian, like he has a different accent. Yeah. His real person does. You have no accent if you grew up underground. Yeah. And yeah, they find him, and I remember he has a heel turn. Like, he makes them think he's going to help him. He's like, well, you're my insurance. So he throws him to the wolves. Yeah. Yeah, that was a crazy one. And it's scary to see that scene where they kill Michael Clark Duncan. Scared the shit out of me. Yeah. Because he's like a big, strong dude.
Yeah, and they just took him down.
And he's so scared. He's like running, and he's like fucking, because he thought he was, it makes my heart break to think about. He
thought he was going to paradise.
Yeah, he thought exactly when they show him on a big monitor when he wins. And he's like, Dad, he's like wearing a lei, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. He's like, I'm going to the island. And then the next thing you see him running down this hospital hallway, they shoot him with something and drag him back. And he's like, fuck, it's so scary. That's scary.
That is scary.
Yeah, it's scary to see Michael Clark Duncan just get dragged like a bitch.
He's a big boy.
Dude, he was a big dude. Yeah. Damn. I'm going to have to rewatch that. The Island's crazy.
You make me want to watch it.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, it was an action movie. It's probably kind of bad.
Yeah.
2005. I'm guessing Michael Bay directed it.
Ooh,
get the fuck out of here. Yeah, so it's very much, that makes sense. It's very actiony. When they escape, like, it becomes just an action movie with Ewan McGregor and Scarlett Johansson on the road.
What else did Alex Kurtzman write? I feel like he's written some good stuff.
I'm not sure.
I don't know what. Spider-Man 2.
Star Trek, the 2009 Star Trek, and he did the sequel, Star Trek Into Darkness.
Transformers, Revenge of the Fallen.
Amazing Spider-Man 2, The Mummy. 2017, The Mummy.
Yeah, he's a major motion film guy.
Oh, he co-wrote the original Transformers, the Shia LaBeouf one?
2007, yeah.
Or no, yeah, okay. Yeah. And then Revenge of the Fallen. That one's farts.
Dude, I gotta be honest. Revenge of the Fallen's better than people give it credit for.
Really? Okay. Maybe I need to revisit that one.
That's the second one or the third one? No, that's the second one.
Yeah, 2013.
Yeah, the third one's Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah.
That was the real bad one.
Dark Side of the Moon. It was. You know what? I'll be honest. At the end of it, I cried.
Really?
Yep.
I don't remember what happens. I think I've only seen each of those movies besides the first one I've rewatched. I think I've seen each of them once. Did you see Bumblebee?
No.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Selena Gomez?
I saw the new Transformers. The new one was pretty good.
Was it good?
Yeah, I liked it. The one with Pete Davidson. And the 4 and 5 were bad. I didn't see 6.
The Mark Wahlberg ones?
All the Wahlberg ones.
Yeah, the Mark Wahlberg ones.
I remember a dinosaur with a sword.
Yeah, they were Dinobots, but they did a bad job of introducing Dinobots.
Yeah.
It was Optimus is supposed to be King Arthur or some shit.
Wait, is the new one, have they done the animal one yet? Is that the new?
Oh, the new one's Beast Wars.
Beast Wars? Yeah, did you see it? You saw it?
Yeah.
I loved that show. That show was cool because that was like one of those CGI shows.
Yeah.
So that movie's out already?
Yeah, it came out last year.
Oh shit.
Dude, only reason I'll tell you, only reason I watch Transformers movies is like to watch them transform and fight.
Yeah.
You know, and 4 and 5, the ones with Mark Wahlberg, there was too much people. There was too many people. There's too much action with the people.
Yeah, it becomes like all those like big, they always have a character story. Like the Godzilla movies and shit. There's always like a main character who the movie's really about.
Yeah. But it's like, make it about the monster.
Yeah, just let me see some ass whoopings.
Yeah.
Just show me some ass whoopings.
But like, people don't know, I don't think people know how to write like monsters. Or
robots.
Because they'll just turn them into people.
Yeah.
They give them people rules immediately.
But I mean, they did it pretty well in the source material. In like the 80s cartoon, they did a pretty good job. But I guess it was cheesy and kind of campy. But why not make it that? Why does it have to be? Yeah, I guess Michael Bay, everything's all serious.
That's because you like horror movies, dude.
Yeah. I want it to be silly and fun. That's a good point. I want everything to be silly and fun.
Yeah. Like Godzilla there could be an air of silliness and fun to Godzilla. There was in the Japanese movies.
Yeah.
Did you watch Shin Godzilla? Or no. Godzilla -1.
No, but I heard about it.
Dude, it rules.
Okay.
So good.
I'll have to watch it.
Yeah.
Have you seen any like Korean horror movies? Have you seen Train to Busan?
No. What was Parasite?
Parasite. Yeah. But
that
was more. Yeah.
It's kind of a horror. It's like a psychological horror.
Psychological. Yeah, that movie was like laid out how I've never seen a movie. That movie was great.
Yeah.
That's what's cool about Korean movies is, American movies are very formulaic.
Yeah.
And Korea, I never know what the fuck is happening.
Yeah.
Like what's going to happen next. Train to Busan was great. It's a zombie movie.
Yeah.
It's got, I think his American actor name is Don Lee. He was in The Eternals.
Oh, Donnie Yen.
Yeah.
Danny Yen.
Is it? Are you
Don
sure?
Yu?
Yeah.
I don't know that guy.
Yeah, his Korean name is Ma Dong-suk or something like that.
Is that the guy from he looks like he's the guy from fucking Doctor Strange.
Oh, no. He's not the same cat.
Are you sure that's not Doctor Strange
He's
guy?
not Wong.
Yeah, he's not Wong.
Okay.
He's it, but he's one of the Eternals. There's like 12 of those motherfuckers, including Kumail Nanjiani. But he was one of those, and he's badass. He's like
5 million followers.
He's he's in a bunch of Korean. He's a big Korean action movie guy.
Yeah.
He did Train to Busan, and that kind of brought him into the American mainstream, and then he did The Eternals, which bombed. So I don't know if he'll be doing another American movie. But Train to Busan is great. That motherfucker wraps his hands up and is just punching zombies in the face.
That's funny.
They're stuck on a train,
Yeah.
one of those bullet trains, and there are zombies on it. And it's one of the coolest zombie movies I've ever seen.
Dude, I didn't watch The Eternals, but like, there's some movies like Marvel hero movies you could like, that's not going to be good. Like that's like because The Eternals.
There's
like,
more of them now.
They're making a Thunderbolts movie. That's not going to be good.
That's going to be tough.
Who the fuck are the Thunderbolts?
No,
it's just a Red Hulk. I
Well,
think.
you know what they're trying to do is they're trying to recreate the magic that James Gunn did with Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
He took a story that no one knew about as far as mainstream goes. Comic people knew about it, but and made it. But that's how I feel about the original Marvel universe. I feel like growing up as a kid, Iron Man was nobody's favorite superhero.
He was nobody's hero. Yeah. He had that bullshit cartoon. I did like the cartoon.
The cartoon was fun,
Man.
but the cartoon. Yeah, I remember the cartoon, but
I didn't think he'd be like a hero.
No.
Yeah.
And now people prefer Marvel over DC because they're crushing it in the cinematic department.
Yeah,
But I was a big Batman guy growing up.
yeah. I don't know how I
uses
feel
fear.
about Batman. I don't think I like Batman.
I like that he uses fear.
Fear? Oh, as a way to
That's
Yeah,
why
that's
he's
his superpower.
That's why he's a bat and not just like a guy with a black mask on.
Because he's afraid of bats.
Because he's afraid of bats.
Yeah.
And then he says criminals are a superstitious and cowardly lot. That was like part of one of the songs.
Damn.
So that's why he uses fear. So who do you? this is way off. This is fun though. No, I love it. I don't know. This is just the first one where we've like gone super, and I like it.
Yeah.
So fuck it. It is what it is. Who's your favorite? So you don't like Batman?
No.
Why not?
Because he doesn't do anything.
Yeah, but he's like his whole thing is that he's super prepared.
Yeah.
And he's rich and has a bunch of stuff.
But he never has absolute victory.
Right.
You know, Superman has absolute victory.
Yes,
But
I guess
Batman never has absolute victory. All of his enemies go to jail and then break out.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, and then he just because there's a whole thing that he's crazy too.
Yeah,
that motherfucker should be in Arkham Asylum, and
I think Batman wishes he could be the Penguin, because the Penguin gets to be who he is all the time, and Batman can't be Batman all day.
Yo, yeah. I can get down with that. I like that with Batman. I like that he is flawed.
Yeah.
And like the absolute victory thing, like I like a flawed character. I used to think Superman was boring as a kid.
Yeah.
I was anti-Superman at one point when I was a teenager. Just because absolute victory every time. He's perfect. He's just Boy Scout. Now I appreciate it more. I read All-Star Superman and shit like that.
Superman's the whiskey of superheroes.
Yes.
You won't appreciate it till you grow up, and you have to be moral.
I'm very excited about the James Gunn. I love James Gunn, by the way.
James Gunn rules.
I love Slither. That's one of my favorites. Because that's what scares me, by the way, is I think I said that. Anything
James Gunn
gets in you.
He did the Guardians at the new, no, not Guardians, the start of the new Suicide Squad. Yeah, where he just had the gore, that kind of, I was like, ugh. This is crazy, but it was like new frontier for superhero shit.
Yes, that's what I wanted the first one to be. I was like, they need to make them expendable. Kill some off at the very beginning. That's exactly what they did. They made you think this entire team with Pete Davidson was the main.
Yeah.
I actually placed a bet. We were watching it at my friend's house in Huntsville, and we placed a bet, me and a bunch of comics, on how long Pete Davidson would make it in the movie.
Yeah.
I guess 10 minutes. I shit you not, that dude dies at like 10:12 or something. He makes it 10 minutes into that movie and gets his face blown off. It was great. Yeah, that's a good one. Suicide. Yeah, because the first one was so bad. I feel like a lot of people didn't watch the second one. But everything James Gunn touches is gold. It also has his weird like punk rock music in the soundtrack that he likes.
Yeah. Because in the first one they literally changed everybody.
Yes.
They changed everybody except for Harley, because Margot Robbie owns Warner Brothers right now.
Right. Yeah. Harley is, it's great. She was introduced in the animated series in 1992.
Yeah.
And now she's like DC's most popular asset.
Did you see the trailer for the new, he made Lollipop Chainsaw, that game? That game was kind of fun.
Oh, he made that?
Yeah.
I never played it, but that was where you were a cheerleader and you killed zombies with a chainsaw?
She had the head on her side.
Yeah. Did you ever play Dead Rising?
When
you're in the mall?
Yeah, with Frank West.
Yes!
Yeah.
Dude, those were great games.
Just making weapons. They don't make games like that anymore, or they just make Dynasty Warriors or fucking free-to-play games, but they don't make like kill everybody games anymore. We need those.
I loved the first Dead Rising. I mean, you could go into the different stores in this mall.
Yeah.
There was a gun store for some reason, but you had to get past a couple of bosses without guns. That was hard.
Yeah.
But you could
shopping cart in the camera.
You could just go inside a sporting goods store and grab a golf club and hit golf balls at zombies, and then you unlocked like wrestling moves. That's probably one of my favorite games of all time. And also, it made some anxiety. There was like, from the beginning of the game, there's a timer.
Yeah.
And certain shit happens at certain times.
Yeah.
If you'll just miss out on entire missions if you just stayed in the home base the whole time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were fun.
Wait, what were we talking about before that?
Superheroes, video game. Oh yeah, who's your favorite superhero?
I don't like Spider-Man. Iron Man's cool.
You don't like Spider-Man?
No. Spider-Man needs to grow up.
Yeah.
He's 40 years old. Grow the fuck up, dude.
Get a real job.
Yeah, fucking A. Fucking right, dude.
That's funny.
Why are you still having money problems, dude? Like, fucking get it together. Sell some shirts.
So you said you don't like him, but you like who?
I like Iron Man's cool.
Yeah.
Ant-Man. I think Ant-Man's okay. My favorite hero. I'm trying to think. I love the Power Rangers. The Power Rangers are my favorite heroes.
Yeah, Power Rangers are great.
Yeah. Honestly, that's my favorite heroes.
What's the best Power Rangers series?
Now. All right. Honestly, the best Space is cool. But like okay. The best Power Rangers series is actually the one that's happening in the comics. Power Rangers comics rips, dude. Right. It's the best.
Right. Yeah. I got a buddy that reads them.
They're so good. There's this guy called the Death Ranger. He's going around killing Power Rangers, taking their powers.
Fuck yes.
Lord Zed's back. He's super powered. Nobody can beat Lord Zed. He's killing people. He's murking fools.
Isn't there? That's cool. Isn't there an evil version of? Yeah. Zed, okay. Let me talk about Zed for a second. Yeah. Zed was scary.
Yeah.
Originally. Like, dude, that boy ain't got no skin.
No.
But
they made him nice in the American.
Then they made him silly.
They made him so silly because he got married.
Yeah, but I think when he first showed up, he was scaring the fuck out of kids. There were a couple things that they introduced in some of the first episodes of Power Rangers they had to change up. They stopped letting them use their weapons as much, if you ever noticed that.
Yeah.
That's the same thing with the 80s Ninja Turtles. They stopped using their weapons a whole bunch.
What? Oh, because of yeah.
Yeah, because of kids. They didn't want them to use weapons, I guess.
You gotta look up Mr. Tickle Sneezer. That's one of my favorite Power Rangers villains. He's so funny. Is it Tickle Sneezer or Pickle Sneezer? I can't remember. It'll come up, right? Mr. Tickle Sneezer.
What does he do? Tell me about him.
I think he sneezes. He turns the Power Rangers into toys.
Yeah. I remember this cat. Dude, there was a crazy one. What was the
pig guy? There was the pig with just the mouth, and he'd eat the Power Rangers.
Yeah, he was gnarly.
Yeah.
Dude, there was some weird. Will you look up like weirdest Power Rangers monsters?
Yeah.
And then what time do we need to get out of here?
1:20.
Okay, heard.
Nailing.
I'll ask the last question soon. Yeah, Bryan Cranston voiced a couple of these monsters. Yeah, there's the pig boy.
Yeah, I think he did Mr. Tickle Sneezer. The pig boy. That turkey man is creepy as fuck.
Yeah, turkey. Oh, and the eyeball guy. Was that the guy that would like steal them and he would be on his like wing or whatever? I remember him having the pictures of them.
Yeah.
One thing that I remember having like a nightmare about that kind of scared me. Do you remember the fucking haunted house in Beetleborgs?
Yeah.
That was like a whole thing where like monsters and shit. I remember that scaring me a little bit when I was a kid.
Show you I went to a thrift store. I got a medallion, the old school Beetleborgs medallion from
That's such
it's in
a
the car.
good
I gotta
find.
show you.
Oh, you got it in the car?
Yeah.
I'd never leave home without it.
It stays in the car.
Okay, last question. It's a weird one. Are you afraid to die? Are you afraid of death?
I'm afraid to die right now.
Yeah, that's been a popular answer.
Am I afraid of death?
Like of what happens afterwards?
Well, no. I'm not afraid of what happens afterward because I'm either right or wrong. And if I'm right, that'll be sick. And if I'm wrong,
you won't even know.
Yeah. And the energy dissipates and I'll probably be back.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's a great answer.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, fuck. Let's end it right there. That was good.
Thank you, dude.
Dude, thank you for doing this. It flew by. Is there anything you want to do? This is going to be out in a few weeks, but do you want to plug anything like your Instagram?
Yes. LeMaire Lee on all social medias, LeMaire. And then Feud every third Tuesday at the Creek in the Cave. And Optimum Noctis is every first Tuesday at the Creek in the Cave.
Gotcha. And the Panties in the Mouth podcast.
Panties in the Mouth podcast. Please listen.
Fuck yeah. Thanks, brother. Appreciate you.
Thank you, dude.
Spooky Fun Time.